Hey guys, Crystal here. A lot of people have asked me to do a Frostpunk Let's Play. I've decided to give that a try if my computer can handle it. I don't know if it can, but we'll give that a try. I'm not going to be doing this on hard or extreme. I'm going to be doing this on easy mode, and I'm going to gear this playlist towards helping new players understand how to actually play through this game. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'll explain more about that on the loading screen here. So, I don't think that showing off how I play on hard or on extreme is really going to help anyone. That's just more of an ego thing. What I do think will help out the community more than anything is to play a full game on the easiest difficulty, just showing off what you can do with this game. And I think that if I explain my thought processes throughout the game, explaining what I do and why I do it, it'll help people come to a better understanding of how to play and really just dominate this game. So that's what I'd like to do. I'm going to go ahead and give that a try, play through one game like that. If you guys like it, let me know and I'll keep on doing that. If not, maybe I'll try something else. But for now, that's what we're going to go with. Going to go ahead and skip the cutscenes here. We have to survive. So this is going to be on New Home, and I'm going to show you how I play this game. So first thing that anybody should really do is pause this game and set your first law to emergency shift. You're good to go. Now, on easy and normal difficulty, you start with some coal, some wood, and some steel. However, on hard and extreme, you do not. So on those two higher difficulties, you'll have to start gathering before you can build anything. On easy mode, however, and normal mode, you do start with enough to build one or two gathering posts. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get that started. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to allocate all but 20 of my workers to resource piles. And boom. Now what I'm going to do, notice how these tents are laid out in the grid around here. The second one will be positioned here. I'd like to make my road leading out to the gathering post aligned with where this tent is actually going to be eventually. So I can delete this tent now, but I wanted that road to be lined up, so I have to do less deleting later. That'll save me a little bit of time. So, one of the reasons that you want to use gathering posts rather than gathering directly is because gathering posts are 1 to 2 heating levels warmer than the actual piles themselves, and the less people that you have sick throughout the game, well, the less time you're going to spend healing them, and the more time you're going to have to bolster your economy. Time is the most precious resource in this game, and it's even more important than all the other resources you see listed here. Anything you can do to save time will save you more of these other resources. So anyway, what I did here is I deleted all the roads up to the gathering post. This road only needs to be touching it, and we're good to go. So now, one thing you are going to notice here when I make a couple more roads is the number of people on the gathering post is going to go down, because people prioritize roads over building buildings. People will prioritize in the following order: roads, then building something, then dismantling something, then going to work. We'll get into that a little bit more later, but for now that's good. So, and I want to be very careful that I place this gathering post on the far side of this road rather than the near side, because I plan on creating districts in this city, and this district right here is going to be one, and I don't want this gathering post in there later. So, alright, I think we're good to go. We've got 20 people unallocated, and the reason I did that is so that they would be building these two gathering posts as well as the roads. Once these gathering posts are done, the people will be assigned to those gathering posts, and I'll be good to go. So that's my thought process. Now, while they're going to build, I'll explain a couple things. On your first night, you don't need to have your generator on. But you need one of two things. You either need to have houses for your people, or you need to have the generator on. If you don't have either, half your people will randomly just drop dead after midnight. That's not good. So I'm going to forego getting any coal whatsoever, and instead I'm going to focus on getting enough wood to build all of my houses and get all of my tech going. So now, where are these people allocated? There, there, and there. That's okay. All right. Now, I do apologize for those of you who'd like a faster paced game. I'm going to be playing this game for the most part on this slowest difficulty, just so I can have time to explain what's going on. When there's absolutely nothing going on, I will speed it up a little bit, but I'm going to be doing a lot of commentary throughout this video, and I think it would be beneficial to play this on the slowest speed so I can have time to talk to everyone. Now, as soon as this is done, I'm going to pause. And I'm going to assign the max amount of people here. Now, there is one thing that you need to note about the emergency shift that I signed. You can use it one time in your entire game and it will not incur deaths. Subsequent times it will incur deaths. The second time there is a 100% chance of a death, and then it's about a 1 to 2% chance of death every time after that. So we do get one free night, and I'm going to use it right here on this gathering post. So they work 24 hours, they'll work through the night, and have this set of resources mostly clear. So we definitely want that. Let's go ahead and keep playing. Now, people are going to get a little bit pissed off. As soon as this gathering post finishes up, I'll explain to you how I view discontent in this game. Alright, now we've got everybody assigned and they're all working. We're going to be getting a nice little bit of resources. Discontent is a resource that has no negative side effects unless it fills up all of the way. Consider discontent as a resource. Things that you do that cause discontent generally increase your economy, like making people work overtime, stuff like that. It's basically another resource, and you can spend it all the way up to 100%. Or 99%, as long as you don't let it get full. If you let it get full, you can lose the game. So think of it like a resource that you can spend to get extra stuff. So anyway, so people are going to work until 1800, and one of the things that I absolutely need to have tonight is houses, and I need 8 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, making sure they're all lined up. 8. All right. And at about 1400 hours, I'm going to release some of my workers to go work on those a little bit early, because these all need to be finished by midnight. If they're not, my people will start dying. That's bad. So, yeah, we want to get that done as quickly as possible. So, I am going to, let's see, what do I need the most of? We're good on wood. Let's go ahead and just play this a little bit longer. So, you'll notice that nobody's building right now. It's because people will only build after they get off of work. So, alright, I'm actually going to release these guys right about now. So, we do want them to be building. You'll notice the 15 people I released, there's 10 here and 5 here. It takes a while to get everything built, so you need to make sure that you do that. If you build roads while buildings are building, people are going to stop building and go build the roads instead. It's not the best idea, so it's usually a good idea to wait until your buildings are done building and then go ahead and build your roads and whatnot. So notice these guys aren't even building yet, they're just walking towards the stuff. It takes them a while to get there, so now, the one thing we need to look out for is the upcoming freeze here. We've got that coming in about 4 days. I want to have things ready for that, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. We're still at -20, so it's not a big deal. Let's see here. What else can we do? I think we're good. On the second night here, we're going to be able to sign the extended shifts, so we'll get to that. I think we're good to fast forward for a little bit. Yeah, let's get these houses built. Alright. You'll notice we've only got 45 people working on the, what, 10, 20, 30, 40, 55. 55 people instead of 65. So. Now, one thing I am going to do is get a medical post here. You're going to need a medical post, but I want them to finish building the houses first and not allocate the workers to medical posts. So I'm going to pause this to make sure they're building everything else first. Once they start working on all of these that have 0 out of 10, then I'll switch the unpause button off here. So now, fun fact about workers building things. Workers will go off and continue to build things up until 0 hours. They'll keep building anything and they'll go to a new project as late as 0 hours. Once it is 0 people stop building. Well, they'll continue to build anything that they're in the current process of building, but they will not build anything after that. So, looks like we are good on that. All right. So, you want to make sure that you allocate anything you want them to build during the night with just enough. I'll explain that in a couple minutes as soon as they're done building this. So. My computer's a little bit slow here, sorry. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to deal with no heat for a little while, so. Alright, now I am gonna pause for a sec and I'm gonna take all of my dudes off of these piles. I don't want them on there yet. I'll reallocate them all in a little bit. But I want to get these houses finished before 2400 and hopefully that medical post too. And as soon as we're near done, okay, I think we're good on that. So I'm going to start building District 1 here. Notice I can't fit 2 houses in here if you look closely at the grid layout. Well, I can just show you, you can't fit another one in here. But if I use this little trick here of using other sized buildings to fit a road right in the middle via snapping. I've covered this in a couple other videos. Voila, now 2 can fit. So that's a fun little trick. What I like doing in my games is creating the road layouts for the things that I'm going to be building later on. I don't build the buildings right away, but I do build the road layouts because I don't want them building both the roads and the buildings later on. So, we're good there, we're good there. We're good there, we're good there. Now, 2, 3, 4. I have to be careful. I'm using up 1 worker per 2 tile segments here. As soon as I start seeing that 10 drop down, I gotta stop making stuff. So, alright, what do we have here? This one's a 1, 2 large, so I can do this. Okay, so for this section, I'm going to allocate. I wonder, can I fit a workshop in there? Not yet, but we're going to make it fit. Because I want to squeeze as much space out of this as possible, so what I'm doing here is something I've talked about in my other videos called the half-step trick. You'll notice that they do fit, but I'm half step back, so I'm going to go ahead and move that a half step forward. Delete, delete. Just verify that the buildings actually fit here, and it looks like we're good, so. Alright, so that section is done. Alright, we're down to 5 people. So I actually want to delete a couple roads because I want them to... I want that at 10, so that's good. And let's get started. I want them to finish building that, so that's why I took off some roads, because otherwise they'd take longer to build that, so. Now I have until 2400 hours to build something else, assuming they actually get this finished in time. So we're going to pause at about 2350 something, so. Alright, we've got a couple seconds left to build anything. We do want the workshop there. We do have... It's, a side note, people get sick starting at midnight, so you really want this medical facility to be done by then. Ideally, you want 2 medical facilities on spell. You basically want... on higher difficulties, you're going to need a lot more, so I'm going to build 2 just to simulate the higher difficulties. So, let's see here. We've got 10. How many workshops am I going to need? I'm going to need quite a few more workshops, so. I think that'll be... Oh, darn it, we went to 0. Oh well. No, we need to have that medical facility at least building, because if I... Okay, we're good. If you have that at 0 and it hits midnight, it won't finish building until they start building in the morning tomorrow, so I want to make sure I at least have the start done, so... That's okay. Alright, now that it's past midnight, I'm going to assign 5 people here because we're gonna need them. How many people do I need? I need 3 more gathering posts worth of things. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make 1 gathering post that hits just this steel and the wood, and I'm gonna make 1 that hits just the coal and the steel. As close together as possible. And only that far. These won't be built until morning, but you know what? That's okay, so. Looks like I'm going to have 5 leftover engineers, which will be fine for gathering stuff, so. Okay, so I'm going to save the workers there. I'm going to save 5 engineers for that workshop. We're going to build some more workshops, but we can't quite yet because this steel pile's in the way, so... What I am going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and max there. Now I have 20 workers, 10 for here, 10 for here, 5 engineers left for this workshop, and they'll be the ones that go and build all this stuff in the morning. So, we're going to go ahead and let them do their thing now. People are likely going to get sick here pretty quick, but you know what? That's okay, so. I'm playing it really slow right now because, there's a trigger in this game that starts at 8 o'clock in the morning on day 15. It's the Winterhome event. There is just enough time to get every single one of these adaptation laws if you sign them within 2 seconds of your laws becoming activated. There's just enough time to do it. So you want to be quick to catch them. So that's what we're going to be doing. Playing it slow, make sure we catch everything. And we should be good to go at that point. So you'll notice people have stopped building stuff. That's okay. How long do we have on this? 41 minutes? Oh, we're paused. Derp. Alright, you'll notice somebody's getting sick. We already have our medical facility ready to go. Alright, second thing you want is the extended shift. Now I'm going to go ahead and play the game, but I'm going to set every single resource pile and every single building to extended shifts. What I'm doing right now is I'm spending my discontent in order to bolster my economy. Now, anytime in the future when I gather from any of these piles, I will be working a 14-hour shift instead of a 10-hour shift. That's good. So, day one is looking pretty darn good. My next goal here is to clear this steel pile as quick as possible so I can get my next buildings going. I want to get my research started pretty darn quick, so that's another goal here. But I think we're good to go. Alright, wood pile deleted here. That's good. This gathering post is going to be gone pretty quick. And I'm gonna need, let me pause for just a sec here. When my workers are done with that, I'm gonna be running out of wood very quickly, so, but I do have enough to make a hunter's hut and a cookhouse, so. I'm gonna put those there. I don't need this medical post yet, I don't need the cookhouse yet, and I don't need the hunter's hut yet. I'm going to put those on pause so people focus on building the buildings that are a priority for me. What this means is basically when my gathering post here is done and I have free workers, I can assign them to dismantle the building as their first priority, which would normally be their third. But since they're not building anything because they're on pause, they'll dismantle this first. Then I can unpause these, they'll prioritize building these, and then I'll have places of work ready to employ them when they're done gathering all this crap. So that's the game plan for the next day here, so... Let's go ahead and... Do I need to fast forward? No, I want to be ready for this, so yeah, we'll fast forward a little bit until I see the workshop getting going. Alright, workshop, and boom. Now, there's a lot of debate on what's better for your first research. On higher difficulties, you're going to want sawmill first because you run out of wood really quickly. Apologies, I have a little bit of a cold here. You can get away with researching your beacon on lower difficulties and it won't be a problem. But you really do want to get your beacon out as quick as possible because sending out guys for more stuff, it's really beneficial. So, I am, however, going to go sawmill first because that's just a really good starting point. So it's what you're going to need to do for most of the difficulties in this game, so we're just going to do it that way. Alright, gathering post, and pause, allocate, unpause. Good. So, what I'm going to be doing here is allocating my city into 6 different districts. We're going to have District 1 here, District 2, District 3, District 4, District 5, and District 6, and I'm going to be going on the order path this game. So, that's the plan here. This is going to be done pretty quick. Alright, deallocate workers, cancel that. And what do I want them building? I want them building... let's get them in the cookhouse, so... Alright. We don't want more things unpaused or these guys... Like, right now, if I were to pause and I had unpaused this building, if I were to assign these guys to this, they'd be off building one of the other things that I unpaused. and I don't want that. But there's another trick here. You'll notice that I have people here going to build. That's exactly what I don't want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause. Boom, they're reallocated there. Then I'm going to unpause. And then the 10 people that were working over here are the ones that got allocated to that. So that's a nifty little trick to get people back to where you want. Just pause your stuff and then unpause and you're good. So unfortunately, it's not working out quite the way I wanted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause both this, and now that's back up to maximum. So now I can unpause this. But I want them to prioritize doing that first, so there we go. Alright, now everybody's allocated exactly where I want them, doing what I wanted, and we're good. So I do want them dismantling this first, which is why I'm not building the other stuff. So I'm actually going to pause that so these guys go back over here and do that, because they're pissing me off. So alright. So I want that gathering post out of there ASAP. Looks like the steel pile's gonna be done pretty quick. I know I have 10 people unallocated. Alright. Now I can unpause that. Now before this steel pile finishes, I want them moved over to that wood pile, so, and I don't want them building. If they finish gathering from this, then they automatically become unemployed and they'll go start building these. So before I unpause this, I want to reallocate them over to the wood pile. So we're going to do that. Alright, we got 5 engineers. That's not good. So what I'm going to do here is a little trick that I use to get these people out of here. I'm going to allocate all the rest of my engineers. So I'm going to take this in treatment dude, I'm going to dismiss him. I'm going to allocate all my engineers over here. Now the sick guy's working here. I'm going to release one of the healthy ones, and we'll put the healthy one back in here. And then we can release all the engineers from there. The game likes allocating the closest person here into the workplace, so if you dismiss the sick person and then click the plus button, the sick person will just half the time get put back in there anyway. So that's a way around that, just by using that little placeholder thing out there. So I think we're good to go ahead and unpause and get all this crap built. So I can go ahead and put all my guys on here now, and they'll be building first anyway, so I think we're good. Alright. Now I do want to get this raw food converted into food rations as quickly as possible, because people start getting pretty hungry pretty quick, so what do you want? Yeah. So, okay. This is what I mean. You'll see that this is at 0%. They always put priority on building stuff first. So, it's really annoying that you can't choose to make people do what you want them to do, but you know what? The game is what it is. So you got to work with what you have. Now this gathering post is going to be out before anything because it's got a lot of stuff here. Be ready to pause when your workshop is done. Alright, got our sawmill. We're going to get the beacon next because I want to get going. And let's play. Okay, so now I want... Who's all not sick here? We got engineer who's sick and a worker who's sick. Guess it doesn't really matter, because it's going to be gone by tonight anyway. Let's go ahead and just put our engineers over into the cookhouse, because we're going to need workers for the stuff anyway, so... Alright, so now I have 5 workers there, 5 workers there. I'm going to take 1 worker out and put him in there, because I want to get some food going pretty much ASAP, because food is kind of a... it's not a problem until it's a problem kind of thing, and then it's a big problem, so... So we're going to get our beacon going tonight, I think, yeah. Alright. Get our hunters going. We'll get a little nice influx of food. And I'm going to take these guys out of here, so, alright. That should be done tonight. I've got 5 people free right now. I want to wait to start building until my hunter's hut starts working, so I know that my hunters are gone. Because if I start building right now, the hunters will prioritize building over hunting, and it'll take longer for them to get back, and it's just not something I want to deal with, so... Alright. Next law. What do I want to do? Child shelter sounds good. A lot of people go soup, and you know that's an okay 3rd law. You can do soup on higher difficulties. In fact, I recommend soup being your 3rd law on hard and extreme difficulties. It really helps out the food on normal and easy. You don't need to worry about it so much. But I do recommend taking child shelters on any single playthrough that you have, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Maybe. Do I want to do that right now? Yes. It's going to give a permanent hope bonus too, so that's good. Dang it, the beacon didn't finish up by night 2. That is a serious bummer, so... Alright, so it looks like the hunters have left. Yes. Okay, so we're good to finish prepping our layout here. What do I have? Medium, elongated medium. So we're going to do 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're good there. I don't need a sawmill quite yet. I don't think I need to half-step this one. I can just, yeah, we're good there. I'm going to go ahead and pop, pop, pop. Now, you don't have to make as many roads as I do. I just like this many roads because I find that my people move most efficiently when they can choose the fastest path, because they will always choose the fastest path to where they're going, but they can be going to so many different places that... well, it can be a problem getting where they're going, especially if you didn't account for where they're going. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, whoops, 1 too far, but that's okay. So, alright, what are we doing here? We want that one. Doon, 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 doon. 3. So yeah, if you haven't watched my shrinking everything video, watch that. It kind of explains what I'm doing here. This is what I call the half-step maneuver. It basically allows you to trick the game into shrinking your buildings by using the next half layer's grid allocation as kind of base layout for what's going on here. So do I want that there? Yeah, I do. So okay, so the grid layouts are kind of finicky too. Like if I were to half step from here to here, it would be a different size than if I did it from here to here because of this road right here. I don't know. There's a lot of mechanics that go into play, but that's for a different video. So let's just focus on what we need here. I want a couple more workshops. In fact, I want quite a few more workshops because I'm going to be getting an influx of people pretty quick. I want one room for child, care house, workshop, and hunter's hut. And we want to put those on that and that. We are good on that, that, and that. We've only got 4 left here, but that one's going to take care of that. So I can actually remove this one. What do we got left here? 25. Yeah, we'll go ahead and leave that. Alright, I think we're good on that layout. Let's go ahead and fill some roads in just to make it look pretty because I like it looking nice because I just do. So you'll notice we're pretty much out of wood at this point. I've got 17 wood in stock, 25 wood here. I'm going to be hurting pretty darn quick, but I researched sawmill. So yay for me. Alright. This is actually going to be a little bit of a problem because I don't have enough wood. I'm going to cancel one of the workshops and build another sawmill so I can jumpstart my eco here. Now, I have to pay attention to how far I'm building, so it's row 2, row 3, row 4. This is where I can build. This is where I need to half step to. Let's build over here. Is that lined up with that? I prefer not to destroy resources if I can help it, but you know, I think that'll be enough. So, alright, I think we're good for night 1. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and play, and we'll let them do their thing. They're going to be resting for most of the night. Oh. Well, I'm absolutely not sure why that was still researching after 2026. But, you know what, I'm not complaining. I am going to want faster gathering here, so it's going to be next on the list. I think they continue researching a couple % after 2000 hours, so yeah, it's only supposed to go to 2000, but let's see how far it gets. Research. Yeah, they must just finish their research if it's like at 90%, so well, that was really lucky because that means I can build a beacon tonight, which means I need 20 wood. Crap. Where am I going to get 20 wood? There's 17. There we go. Alright, beacon. I don't like building it so close to my stuff, but what are you gonna do? You know what? Yeah, let's build it here. Why not? Okay, we are good. So people should be building all the roads first, and then they'll go and build some of the buildings, and hopefully they get enough of these started, so. What do you want? I'm aware of that. I am going to need 40 wood to make a team, so I'm not going to be able to do that until tomorrow, but we will get that done. I could have saved enough of this wood from the roads to be able to make a scouting team, but aesthetics, you know. It'll still work out just fine. Alright, let's go ahead and speed this up just a teensy-weensy bit. Alright, we have 5 more engineers that are working in the cookhouse that I don't need in the cookhouse right now. I'd rather them be in the workshop. So we got 5 engineers in the med bay, 5 in the workshop, 15 there. That's good. Okay. Let's make sure we've got the extended shift on these. Alright. This gathering post will be done tonight. That's good. So, alright. I think we're pretty much good for District 1. I'm going to get started on building District 2 by the end of Night 3. I want to get as much layout as I can done. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where did those 15 people come from? Oh, right. From... No? I don't know. But... where the hell did they come from? I don't know. Whatever. Oh, right. From that gathering post that I deleted. Alright. And we're going to go ahead and put the other 5 in the cookhouse until these hunters get back. Once these guys get back, I'll reallocate them somewhere else, because I'm good on food for a little while. Now, as of the latest patch, the hunter's trick no longer works, unfortunately, and hunters will spend the whole day sleeping after working in a hunter's hut, so... boo. Boo. You hear that, 11-bit Studios? Alright, steel wreckage depleted. And that's why I removed that gathering post. Alright.
Work time. Get moving.
Now, question is, do I need more workers? Beacon build. Blah, 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 blah. One thing you can do, though, is assign the workers that are resting from the hunt to your scouts without a problem. What do I need here? 40 wood. So, sorry about that. So the moment I have 40 wood, I'm good to go. I'm going to take these dudes out of here. I'm going to put them in here. And you'll notice that they are going for rest after the hunt. Jerks. But I'm going to leave 5 out, so when I hit 40 wood, we'll be good to go. Yep. I'm good on food for a little while, so... why aren't I playing? Oh, there we go. Sorry, I'm trying not to keep the game paused as much as possible here, so... hello. Alright. Now these 5 people, I do not believe they're the... let's just double check that these people are both employed. That guy's employed. Good. This guy is employed. Good. Because I don't want to send sick people out, because they'll stay sick after you send them out, and those bad. So, I want more people ASAP, so we're gonna go ahead and send them. If you send them this way down this road, they're gonna do the quest line. You get an automaton here, coal mine here, Winterhome over here. But there's a bunch of people right over here, so we're gonna focus on getting the people first, because I want more people. So, all right, we are just about good to turn on the generator. Cookhouse done. 10 people. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna need a whole lot more sawmills, so one thing I want to do is, what am I gonna do here? This is a 5 and a 6. Yes, so ah, crap. I am way too short on wood. Alright. That means we're going to be building another sawmill here, and I want it right here, probably. That way we can employ those 10 people and build it. This could be a problem though, because my research is about to be done. What do I want next? I need 10 wood for my steelworks, so we're going to wait for 10 wood. This is what you would call a mistake if you were on a higher difficulty, because you're wasting time that could have been used to be doing something else. Those precious few seconds, they matter on higher difficulties, so you gotta be careful. We are going to go ahead and turn on the generator tonight. I think is a good time to start, so I've saved up a decent amount of coal. Managed to run a couple days without it, so people will be happy. I'm going to get these people assigned to this sawmill before I start building crap. Alright. Everybody's employed. We're good. Next thing I want to do is... do I want to move that yet? No, I don't need to quite yet. Yeah, I'm going to wait till tonight to start building all of the roads, but I'm going to start working on my districts tonight. So far, I think we're doing pretty well, so... I want this gathering post out of here pretty quick, because it's in my way. So I think we're doing pretty good. Yep. What do we got? 30 per hour. It's 3 hours. This might be done tonight. Alright, what's next? Engineer apprentices. Let's get our research done fast. How many kids do we have? 15 kids. Each child shelter can hold 15 kids. Every 5 kids will increase the efficiency of workshops by 20%. You will notice this jumps to 120 here in a little bit. I'll come back to it in just a sec. Come on. Jump, jump. Whatever. Alright, so next on the list is... you want to be very careful about what you research, but for what I want to do next, I need to have... How close is the heat snap? We need to start researching our heating stuff like now. So, first thing I'm going to do is get steam hubs. One of the things to note about the tech here, the most important thing is heat. Your heating screen, your heating tab here. But these things cost you resources. The least important thing for your city is the researches here, but they're also the things that add the most. You need heating to survive. You don't need resources to survive, but you want to prioritize the things that you don't need until you absolutely have to research one of these things. You're basically, anytime you can research from this tab, the better off your city's going to be. This tab, it increases things you already have. This is basically a neutral positive gain. This is 100% positive gain. This is a modifier type category, and this is a negative gain but keeps you alive category. So you got to prioritize what you're going to research and do everything accordingly, because if you do things out of order, like research all your heating techs first, you're not going to have the resources to support it, and you're going to end up losing the game, so that's bad. What am I thinking here for video time? How's about 1 hour per video sound? That'll be good. What are we at here? 51 minutes. We got a little bit more time, so let's see. What is next on the agenda? I think just fast forward to 1800. Yep. How much coal do I have left there? 30? Yeah, we're good. Okay, so last thing we're going to do today is... do I want that one or that one or that one? I want this one. I'm going to build my first 2, 3, 4, 5 district. 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half. There we go. What I'm doing here is something I've talked about in one of my past videos. This is squishing buildings to make things fit. So I'm going to use a couple tricks here. I'm not going to be going into detail too much about what I'm doing. I made a whole other video explaining how to do this, so... But long story short, this allows you to squeeze way more buildings in than you should normally be able to have. And, well, a better layout is better for your city, so... Go away, tree. Alright. Bump. Bump. Bah. Now, I am only making the layout for this. I'm not actually making the houses. I just want the roads ready for when I do this, so yeah. I don't know how much this costs to do, but you need about 100 wood to lay out everything and do it like the way I did. You can get away with doing it with a little less, but for the most part, what I just did works. And then you can verify 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Taking a look at the road layout, that's what it looks like. So, District 2 is going to be built tonight. And I think that's good enough for our cutoff time for the video. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and I will bring you back with part 2 coming up pretty quick, and we'll keep going. So let's go ahead and save this as YouTube 1, and I will see y'all in the next video. If you guys like this, if not, let me know and I'll stop immediately. If you like it though, let me know and I'll keep doing it. Take care. See you around. Bye.